as you know by now, I'm not somebody who opposes trends, but I always went against them to some extent for whatever reason, right? Like, let's say an anime becomes the talk of the internet for the month. If I haven't already discovered it or had prior interest in it, it's kind of hard for me to keep up with it unless, it already captivated me. I say this to announce to y'all that, and I didn't even realize this series been out since like the early, hold on, how long exactly? God, 2013? Alright, to be fair, I didn't hear about it till like 2017 or so. Even then, that's fucking nuts to wait over 5 years to watch the anime. It was Attack on Titan. I finally started watching Attack on Titan. I'm about to start the second season, but there was so much on my mind when watching it. I just had to talk to y'all about it. I'm gonna get into spoilers, so if you haven't watched it by now, first off, you're bugging. But secondly, whatever the fuck you're doing right now is not that important. Go watch the show right now. I'm telling you, bro. It is so crazy. Alright, off rip, I love it so far. And the funny thing is, a little while ago, right, me and my friends was talking about our favorite anime, but we weren't counting the typical ones you would hear from an anime fan, right? Like your Dragon Balls or One Piece. One of them said Attack on Titan, but we wasn't sure if that counted because of its reputation, which is kind of stupid, but it was more about series that most people won't know or talk about. But when we brought this up, right, we started talking about how a lot of people consider it one of the best stories in anime, and he vouched for that, right? Like, that was a valid opinion. Now, I usually watch a lot of bullshit, just seasonal stuff for like short, niche animes. Honestly, I haven't really been watching anything. My attention span been cooked for a while. I'll watch one episode and I'll take a fucking hiatus like Togashi, bro. I just cannot keep up. And I don't know why. Like, I spend more time looking up anime or watching clips than I do actually digesting the shows themselves. I'm pretty sure I've shown my plan to watch compared to completed before. But yeah, I finished the first season and man, first off, the writing is mwah. And I like how well paced it is. Like, they not trying to waste time at all. I didn't even think we get all that action that fast, because I remember how drawn out they made the show. I remember the discourse and how everybody was mad because it was supposed to be like 3 or 4 seasons, but they was on some Kingdom Hearts shit. We got season 1, 1.5, 2, special OVA, season 3.9, whatever the fuck, and everybody was tight. So that kind of played into me not watching it because I thought it was gonna kind of go downhill a little bit like how a lot of other series do. But bro, it was a lot. Crazy action, insane deaths. I mean, insane. It's so much exposition or whatever the word is, where you're fed a good amount of information and action that bring a lot of lingering questions to mind for it to be spelled out in a way you would not expect. See, I have an open mind, so I don't limit myself to watching certain genres. I like to watch everything, but I will say seinen anime tend to stick to my mind a lot more than other genres besides comedy. And while Attack on Titan is considered a shonen, it has very seinen energy. Like Psycho-Pass is one of my top anime for that reason. There's a lot of chaos and questioning of morality and tackling issues that persist in real life that make you wonder whether or not there'll be a resolution and how will it be achieved. And I gotta say, it's been a long time since I've watched an anime that made me feel these feelings and want to binge with disregard to any sleep needed. I think the last thing I watched that really touched me this way was probably A Silent Voice. Actually, no. I did watch Nana. That was crazy too. That one, that hurt me. Anyway, this is one of those shows where you just do not know where the writing is gonna go, for better or for worse. Finishing those last couple episodes of season 1, I was hella immersed in the world, and it really put a lot of real world thoughts into perspective for me. Like, for example, right, in New York City, homeless or just off that booger sugar, you see a lot of crazy people around, and it made me think about it like, damn, this dude probably a veteran hanging by a thread mentally and just fighting an army of demons over there. Or there's probably raising that one crack shack on the block that never got investigated and was put through something I'll never imagine. Guess I'll never know for sure. They singing Many Men by 50 at the top of their lungs and it's 9:40 in the morning. And they stank, bro. Looking like they itching to crash out and fuck up the commute for everybody right now. Point is, Attack on Titan does a really good job of displaying the despair that the villagers have to go through. And every now and then, you see somebody in the show just snap, lose their sanity. If I green screen this dude and put him on a 5 train, it'll deadass look like a regular trip through the Bronx. On a real note though, with how immersed I was in the world, seeing the relationship between the villagers and the military was so real. Like, the villagers come off mad entitled and like assholes, But I mean, how would you feel losing family member after family member, friend after friend to some threat the military been researching for decades and still have no answer to? 3 episodes in and the human race is finna go extinct, and the only answer you get is, I mean, shit, we trying, it's a tough fight. But here, take this, little nigga. And they toss me Big Bro's patch off his jacket. Yeah, I'm crashing out right off rip. But it's like at the same time, bro, these Titans ain't as stupid as they look. And I mean, they look retarded. The way bodies are mangled, the fact that you watch your comrades scream bloody murder as the Titans basically doing a Pocky challenge with them, knowing that you're gonna be next if your wits is not about you, and you gotta just suck that shit up and keep fighting. As a soldier, nobody can really say shit to you. You can put yourself in the shoes of a character and really feel where they coming from. Like this one part that really hit deep was when those 3 soldiers, I forgot what their names was, right? But a childhood friend got taken out. This is towards the end of season 1. And his body was still recoverable, but he was in Titan territory. They felt it necessary to at least bring his body back to honor him, because they usually recover the bodies to give a proper send-off, right? But the commander didn't want to risk it. But dude was like a brother to them, so they couldn't just ignore it, right? So they set off anyway. Man, fuck you, I'm going to do this. This alerts the Titans and causes them to chase after chase after everybody. And now they had to dump some corpses to be able to escape faster. And one of them was Levy's crew member. Man, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I cried at that scene. That was so fucked up the way they got done. But anyway, they ended up getting away, and they couldn't get the body, but Levy got his patch and gave it to the dude, right? I mean, this is proof right here that they live and they serve. And it's just like, bro, so it's so much emotion, from the desperation of the friend trying to bring his childhood friend back, right, to the family, to the reluctance that Levy feels when, you know, about everything that had to happen, because as cold as he comes off, he still feels these emotions. Like, you can see it eat away at him, how his members just tossed away and crushed under the Titan's foot. Like, it's crazy. And even before this part, when Connie felt crazy survivor's guilt, yet Sasha's over here happy, filled with glee that she survived, right? And she's telling him, oh, be happy that you're still alive, that you can live through, right? But then he rebuttals like, oh yeah, but can those who wasn't saved say the same thing? Shut her ass down real quick. Like, you can't even argue back. But at the same time, they both right about how they feel. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Even going back to the relationship between villagers and the military, as of right now, it's like the relationship between them is like that of a coddled child and a struggling parent, right? Like, as a kid, you're entitled, you want everything, and you blame your parent. You put all the blame on your parents when you can't get it, right? You throw a fit, you make them feel guilty, even more than they already do, but you don't realize this. And as the parent, the kid will never understand just how much you try to give to them what they want. And you did what you could, but it wasn't enough, and it made them upset, which makes you upset. And they flip out and get sad, which makes you feel worthless, but you couldn't do any more than what you did with your resources, right? Like, it made me think back on all the trouble I put my parents through, right? Growing up in the hood, I mean, we barely had a motherfucking dollar to our name, bro. But my dad and moms did everything that they could to make us feel like we were loved, make us feel like we could get what we wanted, we could have fun and everything like that, despite the struggles that we went through. Many anime, while they are touching, I think very few can really tap into human emotion and make you relate that closely to how the characters are feeling, and make you really think back on moments in your life that kind of relate to the situation at hand. It's just cruel all the way around, and the creator and the studio do a really good job of displaying how much of a nightmare the situation is. With how expressive the animation is and the writing is, you can feel the tension in every perspective and really empathize. It's excellent so far. And I feel like I should mention the music as well. I'm not really one with an ear for classical stuff, but the build up, the tension behind it all, oh my god, bro. It's a little too good. Every time them trumpets started, bro, I swore my blood pressure jumped by like 16 points. That shit was giving me anxiety like a motherfucker. It fits really well though, and it gives the animation a lot more emotional impact, which made me appreciate it a lot more. Did I see why I used to see so many scouts at Anime NYC a couple years ago? Shit, y'all recruiting? I can't really say I have a favorite character yet, because I feel like most of them gonna die, to be honest with you. But I guess the closest will probably be Eren. Like, I like him as a protagonist. He's slow at sometimes, but also crazy. You need somebody like that during a tragedy. I'm not that big a fan of the hero who never wants to lay a finger on an enemy. They rather just mediate and shit like that. Not Eren. He be ready to crash, and he's 100% justified. Ever since a kid, like when he saved Mikasa from those slave traders when they was kids, and even the bullies in the village, he always with the shits. I mean, he kind of weak, but he might get his ass beat a few times, but he got the good type of heart where he never turns on his code. He gonna fight when he gotta fight, and I respect that. Anyway, I just wanted to glaze this show real quick because first season alone is peak writing, in my opinion. It was just such a, yo, it shocked me. It really shocked me. Like, wow, I did not expect to be this invested. This shit is good. And there's a lot of story beats that make you question things and not know which way the story's gonna go. There's a lot of classics that I hear have really good stories that I haven't gotten to yet, and I'm honestly tired of going through the same drought over and over again with anime. So I really want to attack my plan and watch like the Colossal Titan. And I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I really wanted to start a series on this channel as well. All the media that I missed out on, I can consume and give my thoughts on them, do like a little review, right? So I guess this would serve as the first of that. So if y'all like that idea, let me know it in the comments. Season 2, I know it's finna get crazy, and I don't know if I'll go season by season with this show in particular, but we'll see. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for watching. Stay up, and I'll see y'all in the next one.